Tips you need to remember when. If you're in the market for a salvage car, make sure to take these tips into account before making your purchase. Buying a car is never an easy decision, and it's important that you always do your research to make the best choice for your needs. There are many different reasons why someone might sell their car as salvage. Some may be related to the appearance of the vehicle, while others may be related to its running condition. Remember that buying a salvage car isn't a decision you should take lightly. The biggest thing you need to remember is that buying a car that has been damaged carries with it certain risks. Although the damage didn't happen to the driver, they may have caused it in some way. For example, if someone gets in an accident and causes enough damage to total their car, the insurance company will likely declare it as salvage when it is repaired. After repairing the car, the owner may be tempted to sell it because they are unfamiliar with or have little experience driving vehicles that have recently been fixed. As a potential buyer, you need to consider all of these possibilities before committing to purchase the vehicle in question. Tips to buying a salvage car. The biggest thing you need to remember is that buying a car that has been damaged carries with it certain risks. Although the damage didn't happen to the driver, they may have caused it in some way. For example, if someone gets in an accident and causes enough damage to total their car, the insurance company will likely declare it as salvage when it is repaired. After repairing the car, the owner may be tempted to sell it because they are unfamiliar with or have little experience driving vehicles that have recently been fixed. As a potential buyer, you need to consider all of these possibilities before committing to purchase the vehicle in question. Some tips to keep in mind when purchasing a salvage car. Do your research about cars and what they are worth. This way you can avoid paying too much or too little for the car, which could lead to future problems if you try to resell it down the line. Take a look under the hood to check that everything looks fine mechanically. If something seems off even just a little bit, that can be an indication that there are bigger problems beneath the surface. If at all possible, you should take the car for a test drive before buying it. Make sure to do your research on how to conduct a proper inspection beforehand so that you know what kind of things to look for while driving. Remember, buying any car can be risky. Make an informed decision based on your unique circumstances. Lastly, remember that you are buying a vehicle for its appearance but also its mechanical condition. No matter how much it costs, you want to make sure that the car runs properly before committing to purchase it. The risk of buying a salvage car. If you're considering purchasing a salvage car, there are some important considerations that you need to keep in mind before making your decision. When someone sells their vehicle as salvaged, there is usually a good reason behind it. The car may have been damaged by an accident or by natural causes. For example, if someone totals their car, the insurance company will likely declare it as salvage and repair it for them. The repaired vehicle might not be up to the driver's standards and they sell it as such. Before you commit to buying a salvaged car, make sure to research what type of damages can cause a vehicle to be declared as such and consider those when looking at the price of the car itself. The risk of buying a salvaged car is that you may not know what you're getting. It's possible if the seller can misrepresent what they're selling, and it can be difficult to confirm whether or not they've been completely honest about what's wrong with it. Even if the vehicle has only minor damage, the cost and effort required to repair and replace parts can still be substantial. This is why it's a good idea to always have a mechanic look over a used car before you buy it, regardless of whether or not you're buying a package deal from an auction site. What are the benefits of owning a salvage vehicle? One of the benefits of owning a salvage vehicle is that you can get them for less than they are worth. This can be because they are in poor condition, or because they were in an accident and the owner couldn't afford to fix them anymore. Even if you're not sure what type of car it is when you buy it, one benefit is that you can often tell after buying it whether or not the vehicle was in an accident by looking for physical signs like salvage writing on the back window. A benefit of buying a salvage car is that you may not need to spend as much money on repairs after buying it. Another possible benefit of purchasing a salvaged car is that some insurance companies will not charge as much for premiums. If you have a salvage car, you can save money on insurance by presenting your company with a salvage card. Depending on how long it has been since the accident, most companies will charge less after at least 5 years of passing inspections and paying taxes. Seek professional help from experienced junk car buyers. The most important thing that you need to remember when buying a salvage car is that it needs extensive and in-depth research and evaluation. If the car has been in an accident, consider whether or not the damage was properly repaired and if the problem areas were addressed before making your decision. When you are buying or selling a salvage car, make sure you are dealing with the most trusted in the industry. We at AGA Junk Car Buying can take the hassle of finding and selling salvage cars out of your hands. Call us today at 312 401 2157.